The second thing that I'm not so thrilled about with this car is the lack of automatic trunk lift. In Model S and Model X, when you press on the key fob, your trunk will very nicely and gently automatically open. But not the Model 3, it's still completely manual. Whoa, scratch that. That was 10 months ago. This is now. What I can do is I can kick it underneath and it opens. Hi, I'm Joy. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I document my Tesla Model 3 owner experience to help new and future owners learn more about this car. If you find my videos helpful and informative, please consider subscribing. 10 months ago, I made a video called 5 Things I Dislike About My Tesla Model 3. I received a lot of criticisms from people telling me that I should not have expected auto trunk lift in my Model 3 because it is not a luxury car. What these people do not understand is this auto trunk lift feature is included in many cars on the market today. For example, this past summer when I rented a base Toyota Camry on a business trip, that car had a auto trunk open on the key fob. 10 months later, there are aftermarket accessories now that you can install to have this feature. The power trunk kit that had it installed was from a company called Hansshow. I do have a discount code, by the way, that you can use. It's simply Tesla Joy. They have power trunk and frunk kits available if you're interested. This video is not focused on the actual installation process. I had the privilege of meeting William from Hansshow during the installation, so I got to interview him for a little bit. And also, I met somebody who has installed this on his own, and I got to talk to him as well about his tips for those who are interested in installing this on their own. So keep watching. All right, so these are the installers. We have Tony right now in red shirt, right?
Yes.
And then David is in the gray shirt. And then we have William here from Hansshow, actually the manufacturer. So hi William.
Hi.
So thank you so much for giving me this kit to install in my trunk. And since I have you here, you're from China, right? You travel from China. So I wanted to also ask you some questions about Hansshow in general, because now we know there are few of these other auto trunk and frunk kit companies around. So I like to, get to know a little bit more about how Hansshow started, and basically what's the difference between Hansshow and some of your other competitors out there.
Yeah. So for our company, we started doing power packages 3 years ago, and we started doing the Model 3 power front and trunk about 8 months ago, and it cost us about 4 months to do the development. So right now, this product is already our version 3, and the advantage of our version 3 is that we don't need to click canvas, and it can still be controlled by the smartphone, the front screen button, and other control style like your key fob and something like your smart watch. Yeah, and what's more, we have added a AI learning system in this product, so it can have a very sensitive speech function, which can help you to protect your safety. Yeah.
Okay, so basically you said that the biggest difference between Hansshow and some other kits out there is that you're not connected to CAN bus.
Yeah.
Right.
And our front screen button can show different status, and when it's open, it can show open style. When it's closed, it can show closed style. So that is our many advantages.
Okay, so that's the difference between the version 2 that I originally received and the version 3 is that now in the Tesla app, I can see the animation.
Yeah.
So when the trunk is open, it will show that animation in the app, and then when it's closing, it does that as well.
Yeah.
Great. Hansshow has a lot of installation points around the country. Not everywhere yet, obviously, because they just started doing the Model 3 8 months ago. So be patient, but in the metropolitan area in cities, chances are you will be able to find an installation point there, or you can do it yourself too, because it comes with instructions that you can follow. Great. Well, thank you so much for doing this quick chat with me, and I'm looking forward to getting this installed and see how this works. Thank you, William.
Thank you.
All right, so I am getting my power trunk kit installed, and guess who else also wrote in? This is Marty from Tesla SoCal Club. I have been following her for the last several months. I have been looking for the LA Tesla Club, but I have not been able to find any until somebody pointed me to Marty's club. So I am so glad I finally get to meet you in person. And I was just chatting with Marty, and I found out that there is an event coming up. And so I would like for Marty to share a little bit about the event, and I also heard that there's a giveaway as well.
Yes, I'm really excited about the giveaway. So February 22nd, it's a Saturday, and we're going to have it in Westminster, so hopefully you guys will be there. And we're going to be giving out the Hansshow Frunk kit, Power Frunk kit. It's going to make your life so much easier. I'm actually getting mine today too, just like her.
Nice.
So I'm really excited. Hope to see you soon.
Great. And I will link Tesla SoCal Club's information in the description box. So make sure you sign up if you're in the LA, even Orange County area. Clear your calendar for February 22nd. Come to the event and get a chance to win the Power Frunk kit. So thank you, Marty.
You're
so
welcome.
Nice to meet you finally in person.
See you guys soon.
I'm still getting the trunk kit installed when Oliver rolled up. And I found out that he actually did this on his own last night.
Yes.
So I get to have Oliver share his experience on installing this himself. So
the installation was super easy. With William's help and a couple of busted knuckles, we were able to get this working. So what I did is I actually kind of modified it a little bit. I think in the instructions they say that, one option to put your trunk button here, or they can put it down here. I kind of liked it smooth, tucked away in the side, so I can just push the button.
Nice.
So it works from the phone app, it works from that button, and then this button still works too.
I can't wait for mine to look like this.
You're gonna love it.
So any tips that you can share with those that have to install this themselves?
Patience, don't rush, give yourself a lot of time. I was in a rush, so I think I could have done a lot cleaner of a job, but for the most part, the wiring harness that they provide, it's very seamless. I was able to tuck in a lot of items in the back, and if we actually so I threw all my wiring down in here, and then it's all tucked underneath behind this.
Nice.
I think I can still pull that out. It's a little messy because I'm gonna go back and clean it up. I just wanted to make sure it worked, and I wanted to come down and see you guys today.
Yeah, but you can't really tell once you...
No, once everything is buttoned up and cleaned, nobody will, you don't really notice it. So I love it. It's super helpful.
How was the instruction?
The instructions were great. It'd be nicer if I printed it out, because I was looking at it on my phone, so every once in a while I had to zoom in and zoom out, put my reading glasses on. But William was super helpful. He and I were texting yesterday a couple of times, right? I'm at the party, so I was asking him questions. It's really straightforward. I think it is a difficult install. Working on the deck in the back, having to take apart so much to get to that wiring harness is a pain. But if you look at it, it's a very seamless and clean look.
But that is the most difficult part.
I think so.
Say.
I think that would have been the most difficult part.
So up here.
Because we had to remove, you have to take this panel off on this side. I ended up taking this piece off, this piece off, this piece out, and then this whole deck had to slide back because we want to access the wiring harness, which is in that far corner under the speaker. Right back here.
Great. But the kit itself, everything was designed to be able to connect very easily, correct?
Oh yes, yes. All the wires were labeled. All of the connectors were easily plug and play.
Yeah. So
I think the only challenge I had was taking apart the deck and then putting it back together.
okay. So for someone who is a little bit more handy, they can totally do this themselves.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Yes. And then email William for extra help.
Yeah. And how long do you think it took you for the trunk?
The trunk probably took me a total of 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
Just not knowing exactly what I want to do, taking my time, trying to make sure that I wasn't really breaking a lot of things in the process. But I think in time, it could speed up.
Sure.
You could probably get it done in about 3 hours if you know what you're doing.
Did you study the instructions before you
Yes.
started?
I watched numerous videos.
Okay.
As soon as William sent me the instructions on my phone, I was just reading it constantly, going it over in my mind, like thinking, okay, this is what it meant. Because I was afraid that when I'm lying down backwards, upside down in my trunk, I'm not going to have my phone.
Right.
So I had to go off memory. So I had to kind of memorize the instructions. The pictures are super helpful. All the drawings and the schematics were really helpful.
Okay. Great. So that's the feedback from someone who self-installed the kit. And again, the best way is to study the schematics
Yes.
beforehand, watch a lot of videos, and ask William questions when you are stuck.
Yep.
Great.
I agree.
Yeah, thank you so much, Oliver, for
Enjoy.
sharing the experience. Thank
Enjoy
you.
yours. Can't wait to see yours done.
Yes. Okay, so there's a new function in the version 3. So Oliver, why don't you demonstrate this for us?
So in the version 3, we can open the trunk from the screen. And we hear it opening. And it tells us that it's open. But I think what's going to happen is this is actually... See, it tells me that it's opened. But the button comes back. So it's flashing. It's telling you that it's open. Like right now on the Frunk,
It's already
open, but it's not
open.
giving me the option to close it.
Right.
Even though this word doesn't say close, when it's now it's not pressable, but when it becomes pressable, I can press it and now it's closing.
Nice.
So you can actually have control of the trunk from inside the car.
That is really great. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the Frunk, since we can close it from inside here, what do we do?
I have to use my app.
Okay.
I don't have a key fob, so I use my app. I could just use the regular one button here. And then it closes on its own.
Very nifty. Okay, so Tony is now working on another car, and I wanted to take this opportunity to interview him a little bit about this line of work. So Tony, can you share with us a little bit about how long you've been working on Teslas and how you got started?
Sure. I started with working on my own car. David and I, partner here, we both have done a lot of extensive modifications to our car, retrofitting many original Tesla parts and upgrading our car so it's much more modern.
And obviously now you guys also installed these auto trunk and front kits for our Hansshow now. So you serve Orange County area, do you, or what other areas do you serve?
Yeah, we mainly work out of Orange County. We have a couple locations here in Irvine and Anaheim Hills. We do have some other people that we can refer that can help. If you don't want to do the removal yourself, there's a couple guys on Tesla Motor Forum that can help you get your MCU removed from the car and have the chip sent to us.
Fantastic. Great. So I will be leaving Tony's contact information in the description box down below. So if you need any of these services, you know, the auto frunk installation or the older Model S MCU chip replacement, you know who to go to now.
Yep, SS and XS, and we can do all kinds of other repairs too, like door handles, windows. Just give us a call.
Super. Thank you so much, Tony. You guys have done a fantastic job today on my car. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I have my auto front kit installed and I'm so excited. And here's how it works. I also have the foot sensor. So what I can do is I can kick it underneath and it opens. You can also close this by kicking it again. How neat is this? This is awesome. In addition to the foot sensor, this is actually optional. So if you don't get the foot sensor, what you can do is there is a button installed in the trunk. So all I have to do is to close it, just press it, and it closes. This is making my life so much easier. Thank you so much, Hansshow. Thank you, William, for this kit. You should get it too. By the way, I want to clarify something. People have been telling me that by installing aftermarket accessories, I would void my Tesla warranty. I read the Tesla warranty document, and there's nothing there that says if I install an aftermarket accessory that this would void the warranty. Lastly, I want to share that I chatted with somebody on Twitter who has installed both the Hansshow kits as well as other kits out there. His feedback to me is that in his opinion, the Hansshow kit is superior than other products out there in terms of the design and the installation process and instructions. Hopefully this video is helping you to make an informed decision on which brand to choose if you are in the market for power trunk or frunk lift. Once again, if you enjoyed this video and found this helpful, please give it a like, make comments down below, and ask me questions. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you next week. God bless you.